Sid is a high school senior student who's mastered the art of flying under the radar. He's not popular. Actually, he wants to keep it that way, because trouble tends to follow those who stand out. Sid has 3 personal rules to navigate school life smoothly. First, stay quiet. Silence means no trouble. Second, avoid the spotlight. He's content helping behind the scenes at hockey games, being an understudy in the school play, or joining the annual video game team. Lastly, Sid steers clear of Chuck, the school's notorious bully, infamous for escalating fights and posting them on his YouTube channel. Chuck's a dangerous force, protected by his wealthy family and a nearly untouchable reputation, especially after a brutal incident that almost ended a classmate's life. Sid's closest friend Jim is almost his opposite. Dreaming of social media fame, Jim often mocks Sid's cautious ways. They hang out together, sharing everything, except Sid's longtime crush on Tiff. Sid fondly remembers the last time they spoke, ice skating together as kids. But confessing his feelings is complicated. Tiff is dating none other than Chuck. Their friend Luna joins them one afternoon, sparking playful bickering with Jim, both secretly harboring feelings they refuse to admit. Back home, Sid's mothers remind him there's a letter from school and that homecoming is right around the corner. Sid protests. He doesn't even have a date and has no interest in the event. But his moms insist it's a moment he'll one day treasure. That weekend, Sid stays glued to video games, running on fumes. Arriving at school exhausted from 3 days without sleep, his fatigue starts to unravel him. He's sluggish, skipping meals, and unable to focus, which sets the stage for disaster. Unintentionally, Sid insults Chuck during class, setting off a violent public fight. A teacher breaks it up, but Sid's frustration causes him to snap disrespectfully, breaking his own rules. He's spoken up, he's drawn attention. Sid wakes, groggy with Jim by his side. He's been out cold for hours, and they tell him Chuck's suspended for 2 weeks, forced to attend anger management, returning just in time for the homecoming dance. Terrified, Sid feels the calendar ticking down his last 2 weeks alive. The next day, fueled or terrified, Sid decides to live boldly. In sex ed class, when a student lectures about abstinence, Sid challenges the message, arguing that desire is natural and shameful to suppress. His bold speech sparks other students to stand up and share their truths. Exiting the room, Sid feels empowered, wondering where this newfound courage came from. Jim beams with pride, his friend suddenly a school hero. That evening, Sid gets a message from an anonymous admirer who's been watching him from afar, admiring his bravery. Sid is overjoyed. Finally, someone sees him. After work delivering pizzas, Sid and Jim discuss the looming threat of Chuck. Deciding he must seize every moment, Sid makes a bucket list for the 14 days he feels he has left. His new confidence turns heads at school. Everyone treats him like a legend, and the mysterious girl who's been texting sends praises from the shadows. When Tiff approaches, apologizing for Chuck's horrors and revealing she's no longer with him, Sid's heart soars. They agree to meet at the hockey game that night. We meet Eric, the hockey team star, pressured by his coach and father, who berates him relentlessly. Halfway through the game, Sid notices Eric's somber mood and talks to him. Eric reveals his true passion lies not on the ice, but in dance. Encouraged, Sid volunteers for the second half, donning Eric's gear. At first clumsy, he recalls his childhood skating talent and chooses to enjoy the moment. His courage shows, his moves dazzle, and the team clinches victory. The coach is stunned, offering Sid a spot on the team. The mysterious girl applauds his performance again. Soon after, Megan, a shy classmate running for student president, struggles to find support. Sid steps up to help, becoming her campaign assistant. In a risky move, Sid buys drugs from a school dealer, learning Eric has joined the dance team, and finally follows his dreams. Election day arrives. An anxious Megan accidentally ingests Sid's drugs, mistaking them for mints, and panics. Sid takes some too, to comfort her. On stage, the pair deliver bizarre, drug-fueled speeches involving rap and dance, causing laughter and chaos, but sealing the bond between Sid and Megan. The school play brings new drama. Sid notices Tiff rehearsing with John, a new bully. Sid sabotages John's makeup, giving him a pink eye that ruins his role, propelling Sid into the spotlight next to Tiff. Afterward, Sid nervously asks her to a party. At the party, tensions rise when Chuck bursts in, furious that Tiff hasn't answered his calls. Attempting to take her, Chuck is suddenly distracted as his car catches fire. Sid seizes the moment, escaping with Tiff to the nearby woods. In a quiet moment, Sid leans in to kiss her, but Tiff hesitates, telling him she's still in love with Chuck and apologizes for leading him on. Sid's world shatters. It wasn't her texting him after all. The next day, Sid tries to meet his mystery girl, who declines, claiming she isn't brave enough. Undeterred, Sid encourages his friends Jim and Luna to unplug from screens and embrace real life. Then, the truth surfaces. Katie, shy and giggling, is the secret texter. Sid chases her down, and they share their first smile. After school, they embark on a sweet first date, soon sharing a heartfelt kiss. Meanwhile, Jim, tempted by fame, accepts a ride and film offer from Chuck's crew. But the next day, Sid walks into a storm. A video surfaces showing Jim drunk, spilling Sid's deepest secrets and betrayals, painting Sid in a bad light. The school turns on Sid. He's kicked off teams, Megan loses her presidency, and Katie distances herself. Crushed, Sid faces Jim's apologies at home. Blinded by betrayal, Sid pushes everyone away. Luna visits to plead for forgiveness, revealing she set fire to Chuck's car to protect Sid. Homecoming looms. Sid, hesitant, finally agrees to attend, reconciling with Jim. He approaches Katie, apologizing and confessing she's the only girl he's ever loved. Knowing Chuck still threatens him, Sid says goodbye, walking into the storm. Chaos erupts when Chuck crashes the party, attacking Sid. Sid blacks out. In the hospital, Sid wakes to Jim's side. Jim recounts how he and Luna fought Chuck to defend Sid, while Eric confronted his father, claiming his true dream. The party spirals into pandemonium, factions clashing. Sid leaves the room to find other students rallying. Jim and Luna confirm their feelings for each other, now dating. Chuck, badly injured, is arrested. Though overwhelmed by the ordeal, Sid seeks Katie out. They agree to forget the past and start anew, sharing a tender dance in the hospital hallway as the story closes.